Good afternoon all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, October 31st. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. Well, be careful trick-or-treating with your young ones tonight. Enjoy your night. Market had a little treat today, but again, it's purely short covering. We know what the last 2 days have been. But they have taken some steps here. I'm going to call the daily up in the ES for now. They took out the daily balance by $1 and change. NQ, again, it varies. Do you want to call it up? Do you want to still call it balance? It all depends. You can call it a 4-day balance. You can call it up. Again, it's an art. It's not a science. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. So if you say it's balance, that's fine. If you want to call it up, that's fine. Volume pot got raised late in the day. Again, that's why the volume pot isn't as important to me, because all this is just a bunch of madness happening in M period, especially the last day of the month, and that's where the volume pot goes. More important to me is the TPO, which was 7 for 7 at one point and only ended 7 wide. Nailed the afternoon pullback in both F and G. I started the day late. I had an appointment this morning, so I didn't get back to late morning. Had a good day. I had 3 longs in ES and F, G, and H. And then I had a bunch of nice longs in NQ and I and J. Now we hold trend. Small set, but we do hold trend. We also have a poor high in ES, but not in SPY. NQ was 8 for 8 wide. They end with nothing. So if we open up inside of today's range tomorrow, you're going to get tremendous chop inside of NQ. Righty ends with a 9 wide pocket and an afternoon pullback in G. NQ also got both overnights. I wasn't here for that, but they got the overnight low, and then they eventually got the overnight high and yesterday's high. Value never got lifted again, just like yesterday. Now, that's important for tomorrow, not for today. Why? Because look at today. They never lifted value from yesterday, so when we opened up today, we did open in balance, but we opened with higher value. That's a plus right off the bat for the bulls. Even though they pushed down in A, B, and C, value was never in danger. We were at least overlapping to higher, and actually was higher on the day until we stretched out later in the day, which pushed the value low to the day's low. But 2 days in a row with overlapping a higher value, so that's a positive for the bulls. Does the Fed keep this up, or do they wreck it? Again, it remains to be seen. The reason I took the longs in F, G, and H, well, clearly we had not gotten yesterday's high or the overnight high yet, so it looked like we were going to pop the top. But before we even did that, I thought we were going to get an afternoon pullback to go do that. At the time, half back was down here. All the volume was above half back. Bulls were in control. Value was higher. So I longed both F and G towards their lows and did well on those. And then in H period, was it H period? Yes, H period, I took the long to finally get the overnight high. So 3 nice longs for me in ES, and then in NQ, in I and J, because we had the single prints, I was buying pullbacks in I and J that paid nicely. The one I didn't take and should have, K. K filled we filled those single prints. Looked like they were going to stop the one-time framing. Talk about a risk-reward long. Never took out J's low, and then reversed and went up. Finally, in M period, they stopped the one-time framing. So that would have been a good long. But a good day for a short day overall. Very happy so far for the first 2 days of the week. So tomorrow will be a new month. Give me 1 second, because I don't think I wrote down the day's high. So again, here we go. SPY's high is 418.53, and then today on the downside, and we're not poor. We have single prints 416.97.84. We have the afternoon pullback 415.22 in F, and we have today's low 414.21. In ES, today's high is 15, which is also a poor high. And then on the downside, we have single prints 99.25 to 98.50, pullback low of 82, and today's low of 71.75. And then just quickly on the chart, I'm not going to even show you the weekly. The weekly is meaningless as of right now until we get going. But here's your daily. I'm calling it up. Well, one time framing up 2 days, give the bulls their due, took out the balance high by a buck 20, so I'm calling them up. The 200-day moving average is at 423.20. We'll see if the 20 is going to collide with it at some point. And again, here's the Qs. Now, Qs didn't take out their balance by as much. They took out their balance high by 71 cents. You want to call it balance still? Be my guest. No big deal. You want to call it up? Same thing. It's all subjective. So anyway, 2 decent days for the bulls. Not good volume right now. Yesterday we did 86.5 million. Today we're at 76 million with the after hours. Again, it is short covering. Fed tomorrow. I will trade tomorrow as a regular day up until 2 p.m. And then after that, generally I don't place any trades, but we'll talk about that tomorrow morning. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.